feel like I haven't tested stuff just right, but we are officially live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nashua, Iowa, where our St. Ansgar Saints JV girls are getting ready to tip off here in the first game that, as Saints TV reporters, Not Your Average Joe and Candle Genius have been able to be here to broadcast. So thank you to Chris Smith. Thank you to
Amy Hagan.
And I love Amy Hagan's name. It's spelled with an I. I love that. Like, I don't know of any other Amy spelled with an I. Amy Hagan. Thank you, Amy Hagan. Thank you, Chris Smith, for allowing us to do this today. I recognize our referees from volleyball. Well, I don't recognize the gentleman.
You're right. Agree. Yes.
But we got a couple familiar refs here who are going to call a good game. This is a JV, St. Ansgar girls versus Nashua-Plainfield Huskies. Quad tonight, we got two streams. We got JV stream kicking off first. That's scheduled times are 4 p.m. for these ladies, and then 5 p.m. for the JV boys. And then we stop. We stop right there. We say, hey, hold it, take a break, get some concessions. We don't want you to miss out on anything. And then we come back with a brand new stream for the varsity games. That is scheduled for 6:15 ladies, 7:45 men.
Here we go. We are underway. Nashua wins the tip. Lips no good right off the bat. Furious action. 2 shots, 2 offensive rebounds for the Huskies. 3 shots, 3 nay. That offense or that rebound goes to the defense. And number 11, Sophia Huseman, also out there for the Saints. Number 13, Ella Horgan. Number 51, Hattie Rogerson. Number 41, Adrina Franzen. And I missed one. That's only 4. I think you're allowed to have 5 players. 35 is who I'm missing. Jada Meyer. Shot doesn't go. Rebound. Nashua-Plainfield. Feldman, Natalie Feldman, number 21 for the Huskies. Number 1 is Ava Franzen. 13 in the lane right there. That is Emery McCumber. Passes it off to Natalie Feldman, number 21.
She's got some height.
You bet.
Natalie Feldman.
Number 30 is Kelly Kerwinski. I like that last name. We're here to evaluate shoes and last names here on Saints TV. Right?
Well, a person's name is the most important word in their vocabulary. No joke in that, right? So the chat is open. If we miss any of the pronunciations, of course, we know the Saints pronunciations. If we get those wrong, it was on purpose. But if you're here listening in and you're cheering for the team in white tonight and we get a last name or a first name wrong, please, please, please let us know in the chat.
I think people are shy sometimes to do that, right? They don't want to correct anybody. We want to be corrected because we want to get their names right.
We do. They're going to be watching these games afterward, checking out their play. We find that a lot of the students, I think our views go up about double as these kids are on their bus ride home because they want to see their plays. They want to critique it. They want to understand how they can do better next time. Of course, mom and dad are probably showing those highlights off to their friends and family and coworkers, things like that.
Saints get the rebound there, but travel headed up the court. So turnover Saints, and then nice inbound play there.
That's a really good inbound play.
Lays it in. 4-0 Huskies. The Saints playing without sophomore Olivia Damaris, who is injured, and from the looks of the picture I saw on Facebook, out for a bit.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Looks like it's not supposed to do that, unfortunately. So she got injured in that very first game, has not played since. So this is an all-freshman crew here for your Saints. Olivia was the only sophomore. So with her out, they're dependent on all the freshmen here at the JV level.
Tough gig for Olivia. I'm sure she was looking forward to the basketball season. Tough break for the team, who obviously counts on Olivia.
Nice drive there from Meyer. She's fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2. First foul, they give that foul to Feldman. Meyer's free throw is no good. 6-0 Huskies in the early going. 6-minute quarters here in the JV contest tonight. The shot clock is off. Rebound, Huskies. It's McCumber. Baseline drive there by Kerwinski. Foul called on the Saints. Give that one to Rogerson.
Now we thank Chris Smith here from Nashua-Plainfield earlier on. We're running a little different tonight. We've got a good wireless network, but we're running our PTZ camera without an internet cable connected to it, which makes it a little bit easier usually, but so far things are going well. If you see anything quirky as far as zoom speed and things like that, I'm still working a few things out.
Are the controls a little different when you don't have that cable connection?
It's different. I won't say it's worse. There's I'm using a Stream Deck here that I'm not even sure how to make that function, but
to make it go through
not that most people know what that means, but no, it's nice because you got a solid connection. You need to worry about the network this way, but I mean we've got a great wireless signal, so the stream itself should go out great. Who is shooting right now?
So Jada Meyer called for her first foul, and this is 13, which is McCumber. So they ended a little discussion there. They decided the shot counted, which it looked like it should have to me. There's a little confusion there, but shot counts, and then she completes the three-point play, does Emery McCumber, and the Huskies have a 9-0 lead. Timeout, Saints. They want to slow things down just a touch. So we'll talk it over. This depleted Saints crew. No bench here for either team, basically. There's one or two girls on each bench, and that's it. So, it's girls wrestling has obviously become very popular, and a new Girls High School Athletic Union sport. And it seems to have impacted the basketball teams around the state. I don't know with either one of these schools specifically. I don't think in our case it is, because our wrestlers were already wrestling. No one's gone from basketball to wrestling in our school, but I know it's been a thing at other schools. In fact, I think I saw on X the other day there are 5 schools that do not have a girls basketball team at all this year, which is something different.
Now 5, is that in class?
That's all the classes. No, that's all the classes. Although many of them are small are the small schools. But for example, Charles City no longer has a girls basketball team.
Charles City. That's a pretty big school to not have the numbers.
So they kind of did a deep dive into what's causing this, and there was a few immediate. It's wrestling, and very quickly someone said, well, that can't be the case in Charles City, where they have hundreds of girls in the high school. It's not like 3 girls deciding to wrestle made all the difference there. So just an observation. There seems to be participation in girls basketball seems to be getting a little lower around the state. Got to figure that one out. And maybe it's just a trend thing or a cycle thing.
Yeah, you would expect the smaller schools to have the issue where the numbers just aren't there. Like a school like St. Ansgar, you probably average 20 girls in a graduating class, something like that. So when you take a bunch of them and you put them in a successful wrestling program like St. Ansgar has, it's going to have an impact.
Yep, exactly. It'll be interesting to see, too, on the, as that program gets up and underway around the state, how that manages, those two sports manage those numbers, where if girls haven't had to, boys, obviously, they've had 2 winter sports for a long time. Hasn't been the case for girls up until recently, so it'll be interesting to see the impact that has on both sports, I'm sure. They probably impact each other, right?
You bet. Ryan Horgan chiming in. Go Saints from Southern Louisiana. Thanks for streaming, fellas, he says. And I say thank you, Nashua-Plainfield, for allowing us to be here. We never miss a stream if we have a chance.
You bet.
Ella, of course, on the court. Ryan and Kaylee, we're thinking about you down there.
Hopefully the weather's a little nicer, if nothing else, there. Although it was a pretty nice day here.
It's a pretty dang nice day here.
For this time of year, anyway.
Felt a lot like March. A little sloppy like that, too.
Rogerson here playing with 2 fouls. She'll have to be careful. We mentioned not a deep bench here for either team, so foul trouble would be real trouble for either team. Nice shot there again. That is McCumber with the bucket inside on the inbound play. They've got a little something figured out here, the Huskies do on the inbound play.
They seem to. They do look pretty, I'll say that.
Meyer inside with it. Out to Horgan, blocked, but recovered by Rogerson. Pass, a little too tall. Gonna make that an over and back.
Yeah, it's a tough one to recover from. You saw that ball kind of get away from her, and you thought, man, we're sitting so close to the court here today. I'm not used to sitting this close, so everything is, the perspective is very different. Obviously, the court's the same size, but that was a tough one to get a hold of. Over and back's the call.
A little discussion there going on. I think maybe we thought the ball was tipped, but they see it otherwise.
I didn't see the tip.
I did not either. So I think the official got that one right. Stolen away by Rogerson, but she can't corral it. McCumber will come the other way with it. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. This one's been all Huskies in the early going. Shot up. No good. Rebound, Saints. Huseman got the rebound. Shot's no good. Rogerson gets the rebound on the offensive end. That one won't go, but tracked down by Rogerson. We'll start over again. Horgan gets it inside to Meyer. That shot won't go. Another nice rebound for the Saints. Horgan's blocked again by McCumber. She is a shot-blocking machine up there. Blocks 3 shots in that quarter, and it is 13-0 Huskies at the end of the first quarter.
A lot of good offensive rebounds. The shot's just not going yet for these Saints. We'll be back right after this message from our sponsors with quarter number 2 in this one. Don't go anywhere.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe. Before I knew Joe. Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe, buying crop insurance was hard. There's a better way to buy crop insurance. You got to get to know Joe.
The worst place to watch a game is under the bleachers, said a wise fellow named Seymour Butts. With local schools going cashless entry only, you don't want to end up on the outside looking in because you weren't able to buy a ticket. When you add an FSB debit card to your mobile wallet, you'll have an easy, secure way to buy your ticket online or at the gate. So take it from Seymour and stop by FSB today.
All right, we are back.
Quarter number 2 underway. Saints will start with it. Can't win a jump ball, so at least they get the ball to start the quarter, right? Little inside joke here on Saints TV. We'll say it a bunch tonight, so we just will explain it now.
We might as well. I'm sure we'll get to explain it again later. It's
Right.
always fun to explain it. It just gives us the ability to say it more.
That's right. That's right. So we have this myth, and it is a myth. We don't actually believe it, but that every jump ball always goes the other team's way. They're supposed to be 50-50, yet somehow the Saints never are awarded one.
I tell you what, the Nashua-Plainfield crowd, when we do these streams, I would say they are in highest attendance of any of our streams. I'll say we get so many Nashua-Plainfield listeners, watchers to our streams. We so appreciate it. So obviously our comments, our joke about jump balls obviously is in no means referencing that the other team has an unfair advantage. It's just how we see things sometimes. That's right. And it's a fun little joke for us.
McCumber makes a shot on this end. Good, bad. We were talking about that at the break off mic here. That this JV team for Nashua-Plainfield, they've got some real young talent. All freshmen out there on the court, and they play well together. Good-looking team here at the JV level. Foul called inside, and Jada Myers at the line, shooting 2, misses the first. See if the Saints get on the board here. That was the reverse announcer jinx. Didn't work. I attempted.
Yeah, it was a good, hard-fought attempt. Nice job with that. But the points will come. There will be points.
Yeah, we'll get the lid off that basket. Feldman misses the shot, but again, an offensive rebound for the Huskies.
A lot of height here and some great skills at that by this Huskies team.
Rogerson and McCumber fight for the basketball inside. Jump ball is the call. Guess what? Jump ball. Huskies ball. See, I told you.
So, yep, just like you called it. That was an aggressive move.
It was a tussle.
I like you using the word tussle. I think it's a good, safe term.
Foul called inside on the Saints. Let's see who they give that one to. Looks like they're going to get Franzen. Macy Meyer picks up her first. The other Macy Meyer, by the way, not
Macy
Peanut.
Meyer. Yeah, I know a girl named Peanut, but she doesn't play basketball.
Yeah, spelled totally different, Peanut Meyer and Macy Meyer. There's a Y in this Macy Meyer, for those of you that know Saints' last names. This is the Y variety. And by Y, I mean in not in the same place. Instead of the A Y. There's my, that is the puzzle for the day that you have to figure out. Where is the Y in Meyer?
Oh, in Meyer. I thought you were referencing Macy.
No,
there's
that's why I'm confusing everyone.
Yeah,
Because there's a Y in both Meyers. Just this one's in a different spot. Think about that one at home. It'll be your trivia question for the girls' JV game. How do you spell Meyer with a Y not in the middle? There is a way.
I love the trivia.
Ryan Horton, you can't answer because I know you know the answer. Falski inside to McCumber. Nice high shot, won't go, but Feldman puts it back up. Her shot won't go. Rebound, Franzen.
That defense is stifling. Oh, for 2? Maybe? Maybe not.
Huseman shot won't fall. Rebound goes to the Huskies. We get a loud foul underneath.
Yeah,
a little clearing action with the arm.
Is that what they were calling?
That's what they're calling. Kind of a little too much moving her out of the way on the Huskies. Number 13, so they get McCumber for the foul. That's why it was so loud, our student section over here, which is basically the varsity teams and the boys over here.
Yeah, we just took a look at the replay on that one, and they're sitting a little close to that, actually. I didn't think it was quite so aggressive.
17-0 Huskies here. The Saints just can't get a bucket to fall. Getting a bunch of good looks. They just won't go.
You know, if there is actually a lid on the basket, as sometimes is the case, you should see that here in the second half. We need some help. Oh, she stepped on the line as she was
Not
looking
much
to
has
pass
gone the Saints' way here in the first half of this one. They'll get it together. I have faith. McCumber shot. No good. Rebound chased down by Rogerson. Saints look to set up the offense here. Jada Meyer. With a Y in the middle, by the way. Foul called on McCumber. Her second in as many possessions. Not a shooting foul, just the third foul on the Huskies of the quarter. Franzen gets it into Rogerson. She drives into the lane, kicks it back to Jada Meyer at the free throw line. Rogerson drives again, shots blocked. Nice
it looked
defense.
like she had a nice open shot there, but blocked once again.
Cumber, drive, score. Nice move there by the freshman, Emery McCumber. Turnover Saints. Rogerson hits the ground hard. Gets up. Shot is missed. Jump ball. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Jump ball Saints.
Well,
Here
you
you
may be
go.
proven wrong.
Now there's a discussion.
They're going to say the jump ball goes.
Yeah, it goes to the Saints, but there's a little perspiration on the court that the players would like cleaned up. That's a safety item. Player safety is a real thing here.
That's a real thing.
For the union here, the players' union. That's a joke. Never mind. It was a bad one.
A minute 49 left here in the first
NFL
half.
Players Association says no perspiration allowed on the court. Their latest contract negotiations. So they got that cleaned up, and it is a safety thing. So thank goodness they cleaned it up. Because that's dangerous. How many of you ever stepped on a polished wood floor covered in sweat, but
Yeah, it's not good.
you'll lose your feet in a hurry.
Not a good situation.
Foul called on Natalie Feldman, her third. So she's going to take a seat for the rest of the half. See if the Saints can take advantage. Jade Meyer shots up. Again, a really nice looking shot, but it will not fall. She is fouled. That's probably why it didn't go in, because of all the
That
contact.
might be. It's the contact. All right, here's a chance to put the first points up here for the Saints. Let's get this done here in the first half. What do you say, Joe?
It's time. Oh,
I thought that was it. I thought that was it.
I did too. I was calling it before it was in. That's my bad, Jada. You got this one. I'll be quiet the entire time. Well, I can't be quiet this long because now we're going to call timeout.
Yeah, that's going to make it tough for you.
Give her some time to think about it. I like it. She'll get real locked in, focused. That foul, by the way, on Emery McCumber, her third. So Feldman and McCumber, the two, what looks like, anyway, in this game, the best players, the most impactful players for the Huskies, both have 3 fouls with 1:36 to go in the first half. We'll keep an eye on that. The foul situation, dire for the Huskies.
Coach Trevor Urich having a conversation with his latest Saints. So I got to ask you, Joe. I got to take a moment here. The time clock. I can't do it if it's my only job. Not only you calling the game, you're checking the sheet, you're how do you? You must have just a really good system. Even Duke, who was doing it the other day, I was like, wow, Duke can do 17 different things at the same time. Duke was getting frustrated too. And so are we just vocalizing our frustrations? You're having the same frustrations, but just handling it quietly and nobody notices, or what's happening? Please give us some insight.
It is. So what I've learned is there's a shortcut on the keyboard. It's the space bar starts and stops it. For those of you at home, a little Inside Saints episode here.
Yep.
So I've just gotten used to when I hear the whistle. I'm like Pavlov's dog. I hear the whistle and I push the button. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Maybe I'm
but
just
it
not
is
using my
frustrating.
ears
There are times, and those probably are watching the clock at home and going, "Well, he's not as good as Eric Latzon." Because there are times where I have to. I've also figured out the adjustment thing where I can go change the clock really fast. So sometimes you just don't notice that I screwed it up, and I keep it quiet, keep it to myself. That is Felske's shot, no good. Rebound by the Saints and Macy Meyer.
Here they are. Here they come.
Meyer,
here
here
they come.
it is.
Oh,
Meyer's shot won't go. I thought that was it.
I did
Really
too.
nice move by Jada inside, but gets a little too far under the hoop and hits the bottom of it. McCumber and Feldman both on the bench for the Huskies. Travel, turnover Huskies. Saints have 41-5 here. 41 and a half seconds officially left in the first half to work the offense here.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. If you're looking for the junior high girls game versus Osage, that is on a separate stream. I thought maybe that one was going to go there.
But that is available. So if you're looking for that, go back one page on YouTube, right? And click on that Osage Saints logo that you see at the top. That'll get you to the junior high girls game. Do you know who's broadcasting that time? Who's on the mic?
So I don't know for sure. I know that Poncho said he was available. They were looking to maybe include Hammer Time, Henry Huseman as well.
Nice.
So I'll be anxious to know that one. I might check in on that one here at the half of this one.
Stream Teamers taking that one over.
You got it. Where would we be without the stream team? That is a really nice shot with less than 10 seconds. Saints ladies need to hustle on this one. And again, just denied at the basket.
That was Jimenez, the freshman on the three-pointer. That will do it. 24-0. The Huskies lead it at half.
So Huskies are on a 24-0 run to start this game. We're going to take a message here for a moment to hear from our sponsors. We got a 7-minute halftime in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Since 1983, Johnson Oil has been delivering more than fuel. We've been delivering a peace of mind. We know every customer has unique needs, and we're here to meet them with the level of care and attention you won't find anywhere else. We're proud to support the communities we serve and to support lasting relationships built on trust, reliability, and service you can depend on. Johnson Oil, your trusted local provider committed to you in North Iowa.
Focus Insurance Team, safeguarding our neighbors in northern Iowa and southern Minnesota from risk.
It's Saints TV's goal to bring the game to those who are unable to cheer from the stands. Watching the stream is free. Creating it is not. Please consider donating to our cause through our donation partner, Give Butter. 100% of your donation goes directly to the St. Ansgar school system, where it is used for the education of our students, the equipment used to create these streams, and the athletic department so that our students can keep competing in the sports that are near to their hearts. Thank you for supporting St. Ansgar, and thank you for giving butter.
This broadcast is made possible thanks to the generous contributions of the advertisers you see here, as well as the Foundation for the Enhancement of Mitchell County and the Saints Legacy Fund.
Every single job that we do, either one or both of the owners are on the roof overseeing and often installing the products, which is something that we really pride ourselves on and make sure that we're going above and beyond.
Thank you, Patterson Seed in St. Ansgar, for your generous contributions to Saints TV. For more information on how Patterson Seed can help you get higher yields, contact Mike Patterson at mike@pattersonseed.com.
Mitchell County Substance Abuse Coalition creates awareness of the impact of substance abuse and encourages change through collaborative prevention efforts. MCSAC meets on the fourth Tuesday of each month at 4 p.m. at the Mitchell County Courthouse in Osage. We are looking for new members to join the coalition to work together to build healthy communities within Mitchell County.
Getting vaccinated not only protects one person from getting sick, but it also helps to prevent spreading the disease to others. Call Mitchell County Public Health at 641-832-3500 for all of your vaccination needs.
Did you know the EJ has an app available to download in your app store for free? We can't wait to hear how you like it. Search Enterprise Journal and look for our logo, you know the one, or scan the QR code below. It's so easy, even a child could do it.
The Canine Cabin Kenneling and Pet Services proudly supports our Saints athletes.
It's been a wonderful experience having our kids come to We Saints. Each child is taken care of like they're our own kids.
I'm really excited about the future for We Saints.
We're excited to get a grant for this expansion, and we'll be able to take 50 more children once our expansion is complete.
Our community has been incredibly supportive, whether it be from donations or people just banding together to help out with small projects.
The staff are friendly, the atmosphere is great, and there's a great daily structure.
Guess what time it is? Not your average Joe.
Second halftime.
100% of the points so far have been scored on this basket that you see right here on your screen.
Hadn't thought about that way, so now it's our turn to score.
Now it's our turn.
All right.
Now it's our turn.
Tough sledding. Yeah.
If you're just joining us, Huskies go on a 24-0 run to start this one. Saints down 0-24 as halftime is now expiring. You're about to hear that buzzer in about 3 seconds.
The lid now is on the other end, so the Saints will be able to go down to this end. Got a bunch of good shots off in that first half, just unable to finish the deal here. But they'll get her going now. Looks like it'll be Franzen, Horgan, Rogerson, Meyer, and Huseman for the Saints.
You talked earlier about the depth of these benches. Again, I'm just going to assume that maybe you're just joining us. These Saints have one additional player on the bench. The Huskies have 3 additional players on the bench. You got to be very, very careful with your fouls here.
Yep, and the Huskies in foul trouble, both 21 and 13, who have the majority of the points for the Huskies, both playing with 3 fouls. They didn't play the last 2 minutes of the first half in foul trouble, so I'm sure they got a conversation, a stern talking to about, hey, let's be smart here.
Huskies have already proven that sports scoring can be done on the hoop to our left.
Meyer inside, won't go. Rebound to Jensen of the Huskies.
100% of these JV starters are freshmen, you said, correct, for the Saints?
Yes, that is correct. The entire squad, JV squad, freshman, with Olivia Damaris, the lone sophomore, out with an injury. We see her. She's here supporting her team, but she's up in the bleachers, unfortunately. For everybody. Meyer shot doesn't go. Rebound, Feldman. Huskies done a good job getting the ball inside. Rogerson with the foul. She's been aggressive. I like the way she plays, Ms. Rogerson. Hattie is her first name. That is her 3rd foul. So she'll have to rein it in just a touch. Like I said, she's an aggressive player, which I like to see. when you got a short bench and 3 fouls at the beginning of the third quarter, you got to be careful.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Nice high arcing shot from McCumber. Doesn't go, gets her own rebound. That doesn't go. Feldman with the rebound. And she puts it up and in.
Becomes so evident right there at the height difference of these Huskies. You just get these tall girls up there reaching up, grabbing the rebound, reshoot it.
Demoralizing, too, as a defender. You play good defense, and then that happens.
Yeah.
Houston's shot doesn't go.
Saints just need to make good shots. We've seen the fair share of rebounds already. That one's going to go back to the Huskies.
Franzen got the rebound, but the pass is errant and it goes out of bounds to Nashua-Plainfield.
Tuned in to the Osage game versus our Saints here during halftime. That was a pretty tight game. It was 7-6 at the half, I believe. I don't know if that was 7th or 8th grade girls, but sometimes they play 8th grade first. Sometimes they play 7th grade first.
You keep us on our toes. You never really know, right?
You never know. You got one defender out there just wreaking havoc on 4 Saints in red.
That's Serwinski. Kelly, the freshman.
She's good.
She is very good. She's fouled, so she gets the steal on the layup attempt, is fouled. She'll shoot 2. First one's up and in. Macy Meyer checks in for Rogerson, who'll go to the bench with her 4th foul. So that, we talked about the aggressive play. Bites her there, and she goes to the bench for what I assume will be an extended stay. Second free throw's no good, 29-0 Huskies.
Again, they keep one defender on this side of the court.
Horgan gets it across midcourt here. She'll drive to the baseline. Hand it off to Macy Meyer. Shot is up. And good. Macy Meyer gets the Saints on the board.
Good to see some points finally fall. I got a feeling we're going to see some more.
That'll open the floodgates. McCumber inside, fouled on the shot. She's 6 inches taller than all of the Saints defenders there and just uses that to her advantage. Reminds me of the Hillman stop and pop, whether it was Maddie or Hunter, or now we see Landon does the same thing. When you've got a 6-inch height advantage, just turn around and shoot, right? You don't need to be fancy about it. Just turn around and shoot. Good things that happen.
I think in most cases you're better off to not be fancy about it. Just turn and shoot. See a lot of turnovers when you try and take a dribble. That one's a little short. That first free throw was beautiful.
Franzen has it for the Saints. McCumber steals it away. Pass, a little too hot to handle, and here comes Horgan and the Saints. This is Ella-style Horgan. Tipped out of bounds by McCumber. It'll stay with the Saints. Meyer has the only points for the Saints tonight. Macy Meyer. I guess there's 2 Meyers out there, too. Huseman keeps the foot on the ground, so no travel. That shot short. Tipped. That's why it was short. It was blocked partially by a Husky, so it'll stay with the Saints.
And even if you didn't see the tip, where that ball landed was definitely indicative. That's a word.
Right. Indicative is the word of the day.
He likes that word. I know I'll be using it tonight.
Good defense by Horgan, alters the shot, but a rebound by McCumber. She puts it up and in. We have a shoe issue. We do. We have to stoppage of play to tie a shoe here. Huseman gets it tied.
It's a good shoe, and I would, as we take a look, we talked about earlier, we talk about a lot of things here on Saints TV, and I should have been zooming in during that opportunity. We'll do it later. Those are, I think, the best looking shoes on the floor.
Some killer kicks for sure. Myers' shot doesn't go. Rebound, though, by Huseman and the Saints. Ella Horgan at the top of the key, set up the offense for the Saints. Jada Meyer at the free throw line. Drive. Blocked. Stop me if you've heard this one. I think that's Feldman's 17th block. That's an exaggeration if you're just joining us on Saints TV. That's what we do. But you say it with confidence. That's all that matters. But she does have a lot. She has altered many a shot inside tonight for the Saints. That one she can't, though. Meyer gets it over. And Jada Meyer, all the Meyers are scoring now. 32-4. Huskies lead it.
That was a great shot. I saw a little Facebook post. I don't spend a whole lot of time on Facebook, but I was posting that we'd be streaming this game, and a post showed up today that it was a riddle, and it reminded me so much of what we do. But it said, "Hey, on my 6th birthday, my sister was half my age, but now I'm 70. How old is my sister now?"
Well, I suppose a lot of people want to say, can I answer? Because I think I know the answer. My brain immediately said, well, she's 35. And then I said, well, Joe, he said it was a riddle, so maybe you should think about it for half a second. And I thought, oh, yeah, she's 3 years younger,
you got it.
not
You got
half.
it.
So she's 67, I think, officially.
So they didn't actually disclose the answer, but so this riddle basically said, yeah, I posted this out there, and we got so many hundred responses, but we got 27 of them that were not only wrong, but wildly confident in how wrong they were. It reminded me of how we do things here, and then it showed a couple of them were like, well, you don't have to be good at math to figure that out. She's 35, you fool.
I love it. Not only wrong, but confidently wrong. I love it. The only thing more dangerous in my life than being wrong is being wrong and being absolutely sure I'm right. You know?
Well, it's what we do here, because there's really, outside of this chat. Oh, Joel Carlson, thank you for chiming in with a riddle. I bet he's watching both games at the same time.
I bet he is.
Joel Carlson says the answer is 67. You know, Joel, they didn't give the actual answer. I'm confident enough in my Mitchell County math to say you are correct.
8 seconds left here. Long three on the waist, no good. Rebound by Franz, and only 5 seconds left. Saints are going to have to move here. They're not going to get a shot off. That'll do it in the third quarter. 32-4. Saints get on the board there with buckets from Macy Meyer and Jada Meyer, spelled completely differently.
We love that. You know what? It probably should just be a quiz out there for those. I think you kind of offered it up that way.
Yeah.
If you're confident enough to post the 2 name spellings, you win 10 points for your team, whatever team that is.
Ooh, exciting.
Oh, it's exciting. Hey, let's take a moment here to hear from our friends at Give Butter. We'll be right back.
It's Saints TV's goal to bring the game to those who are unable to cheer from the stands. Watching the stream is free. Creating it is not. Please consider donating to our cause through our donation partner, Give Butter. 100% of your donation goes directly to the St. Ansgar school system, where it is used for the education of our students, the equipment used to create these streams, and the athletic department so that our students can keep competing in the sports that are near to their hearts. Thank you for supporting St. Ansgar, and thank you for giving Butter.
This broadcast is made possible thanks to the generous contributions of the advertisers you see here, as well as the Foundation for the Enhancement of Mitchell County and the Saints Legacy Fund.
Asked Mason how he played. And he's like, didn't you watch the game? I'm like, no, I'm broadcasting the game. I'm not watching it. It's completely different. We were just talking off mic here. It's a whole different experience to broadcast one of these games than it is to watch one. And you can't do both at the same time. It's weird. I feel like I don't watch the games when I broadcast them. I have to go back and check it out. Stolen away by the Huskies.
That does seem to be a fact.
Travel's going to be the call there. Turnover Huskies, Saints basketball. So thank goodness these are forever on the internet, so we can go watch our children participate in these events.
That's right.
I talked to somebody this weekend. I was at a wedding, and we were talking about Saints TV. I can't go anywhere without talking about Saints TV, which I love. So never worry about approaching me with that, because I love talking about it. Somebody says to me, the really cool thing about this will be in 25 years, all of the grandkids who can go check on Grandpa's or Mom and Dad's stat line, when they make sure that, hey, he said he scored 25 in that high school game against Osage when we won. Do you think he really did? And go watch it. I just love the thought of that. Or go talk about those reliving the glory days on Thanksgiving at Grandpa's house in 40 years. You'll be able to show a little, hey, this is what it looked like when I played basketball. Love that aspect of this whole thing, that these are kind of forever be out there. 2 more for the Saints. Who scored that one there, Eric? Speaking of watching.
I had to check the replay to see that it was, I believe it was Jada Meyer.
Jada Meyer with her 2nd bucket of the night.
Yep, I did go back to the replay on that for those of you at home. And if I'm wrong, let me know again.
Joel, tell us. But we think it was Jada Meyer, right?
We believe it was Jada Meyer. Oh, there's a nice open shot. And in it goes. And just like that, these Saints have 8.
Franzen gets on the board for the Saints. 32-8, here come the Saints. 4th quarter comeback time.
Again, I should probably say, if you're just joining us, we do have the ability to play a replay here, and sometimes we just hop into it. I'm not sure that I have a replay posted when I do that. So if you see a play that looks suspiciously like the last one, and within a few seconds of it, that's probably what you're watching. But I will definitely get my replay stamp rolling. As a matter of fact, I might just do that. Yeah.
Foul on the Huskies as the Saints bring the ball up. So we'll reset here, being Saint basketball. We have Jimenez, the foul, her first. Felsky and McCumber started the 4th quarter on the bench. They're both back in here after a minute break. Rogerson back out there for the Saints, playing with 4 fouls. Shot, no good. Rebound, Felsky. Or Feldman, excuse me. We got a Felsky and a Feldman. 13 and 21. I'll let you decide who's who. Appreciate the Nashua-Plainfield JV coach who has their roster inbound. Boy, that helps us a lot. We want to call kids by their names if we can.
That does help a lot. And it's amazing how often it doesn't happen.
Franzen shot, no good. Rebound, though, by Huseman. No good. Rebound, Rogerson, and that one goes. Hetty Rogerson gets on the board for the Saints.
Another look at that one.
All of a sudden, Saints have 4 scores, 10 points. Stolen away by Rogerson. That's that aggressive play. Or excuse me, that's Ella Horgan. Ella Horgan with a steal. Shot by Huseman doesn't go. Rebound by McCumber and the Huskies.
I believe these Saints are just getting warmed up.
Yep.
How many quarters are in this one?
Yeah, let's play 5. I think the Saints can get them. Playing much better here in the 4th quarter. Kind of come to life here, the Saints have. That is off the top of I think actually the bottom of the shot clock. So that is out of bounds.
Apparently. I would not have known unless they called that.
Ella Horgan has it. And the Saints, she'll set up the offense here. Jade Meyer at the free throw line. Stop, pop, no good. Rebound, Franzen, good spot for her. Doesn't go, but she gets her own rebound. Stolen away, though, by Felsky.
That was a bit of a travel.
Turnover.
We're a little closer to the basket here, and it becomes really obvious why the Saints are having such a hard time getting decent shots off. The defense here of these Huskies is so stout. You don't really get a chance to get a clean shot, and when you do, you almost expect to not. And so, therefore, it's just difficult to gauge how much strength, how much power were you putting this thing.
Another good example right there, right? She just expected that contact and gets it. It's off of a Husky, kind of a partial block again. Meyer shot, blocked again by McCumber. Amory McCumber, number 13, played very, very well in this game. good-looking JV freshman. Nice shot there from Feldman.
That's a beauty. Let's take another look at that one here as the Saints take the ball up the court.
(34-10), the Huskies have the lead. Meyer with it at the free throw line. Pass is errant and picked off by Jensen, and then the Saints commit the foul. They give that one to Audrina. Her first. We have another shoe tying event.
It's an event?
An event now, yes. McClelland on the court for the Huskies. Shot up, no good. Rebound. McClelland, her second shot goes. Jennifer McClelland enters the game, hits the bucket. And the Huskies take a 36-10 lead. Shot short. Rebound fought for, but good hustle play there by Rogerson, but it goes out of bounds. Off the Saints. Just under a minute to go here in Nashua-Plainfield.
Let's take another look at that shot here. That's a beautiful shot.
Good job, Miss McClellan.
Great job. Oh, yeah, she'll get it. She'll get it. She's got that. Let's take a chance for another highlight here.
Into the lane. Shot up. No good.
That's a good shot.
She gets the rebound. Second one's up and in. And McClellan enters and has 4 points here in the fourth quarter. Horgan dishes to Franzen, shot no good. Rebound by Meyer. Again, good hustle from the Saints. Just not much has gone their way here tonight. Jada Meyer saves it back in, but it rolls out of bounds. Turnover, Saints. 20 seconds left in this one. The Huskies look content to pass it around.
Whoops. I say whoops. I thought that was maybe going to McClellan again.
Rogerson lays it up and in, and that will do it. Here in Nashua-Plainfield, the Saints drop a tough one, 38-12. Hattie Rogerson has 4 points. Jada Meyer with 4. Macy Meyer with 2. And Audrina Franzen with 2 are your scorers for the Saints here in Nashua-Plainfield. The girls' JV in the books.
I want to take another look at that last McClellan basket, which hats off to her. Hats off to everybody on that one. Love seeing that. Great sportsmanship. Great shot. You can slow that one down. Slow motion style. That's a beautiful shot. You know, through the years we've seen her make some points during these games. It's always a lot of fun to see great sportsmanship and good basketball. Congratulations to these Nashua-Plainfield Huskies ladies. They look good out there.
That's a good looking JV team.
NP wins 38-12. We're going to get the boys all warmed up here. So the boys JV will play in the second of 2 games in this first stream. And then, of course, as always, we'll start a varsity stream separately at 6:15 for the girls varsity, boys varsity to follow. Up next, though, in about 8 minutes, Nashua-Plainfield versus St. Ansgar boys JV. Don't go anywhere. I mean, you can go to the refrigerator and get a snack or something like that, but crank up the volume because these sponsors help keep this free to watch.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe. Before I knew Joe. Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe, buying crop insurance was hard. There's a better way to buy crop insurance. You got to get to know Joe.
The worst place to watch a game is under the bleachers, said a wise fellow named Seymour Butts. With local schools going cashless entry only, you don't want to end up on the outside looking in because you weren't able to buy a ticket. When you add an FSB debit card to your mobile wallet, you'll have an easy, secure way to buy your ticket online or at the gate. So take it from Seymour and stop by FSB today.
Since 1983, Johnson Oil has been delivering more than fuel. We've been delivering a peace of mind. We know every customer has unique needs, and we're here to meet them with the level of care and attention you won't find anywhere else. We're proud to support the communities we serve and to support lasting relationships built on trust, reliability, and service you can depend on. Johnson Oil, your trusted local provider committed to you in North Iowa.
Focus Insurance Team, safeguarding our neighbors in northern Iowa and southern Minnesota from risk.
It's Saints TV's goal to bring the game to those who are unable to cheer from the stands. Watching the stream is free. Creating it is not. Please consider donating to our cause through our donation partner, Give Butter. 100% of your donation goes directly to the St. Ansgar school system, where it is used for the education of our students, the equipment used to create these streams, and the athletic department so that our students can keep competing in the sports that are near to their hearts. Thank you for supporting St. Ansgar, and thank you for giving Butter.
This broadcast is made possible thanks to the generous contributions of the advertisers you see here, as well as the Foundation for the Enhancement of Mitchell County and the Saints Legacy Fund.
Every single job that we do, either one or both of the owners are on the roof overseeing and often installing the products, which is something that we really pride ourselves on and make sure that we're going above and beyond.
Thank you, Patterson Seed in St. Ansgar, for your generous contributions to Saints TV. For more information on how Patterson Seed can help you get higher yields, contact Mike Patterson at mike@pattersonseed.com.
The Mitchell County Substance Abuse Coalition creates awareness of the impact of substance abuse and encourages change through collaborative prevention efforts. MCSAC meets on the fourth Tuesday of each month at 4 p.m. at the Mitchell County Courthouse in Osage. We are looking for new members to join the coalition to work together to build healthy communities within Mitchell County.
Getting vaccinated not only protects one person from getting sick, but it also helps to prevent spreading the disease to others. Call Mitchell County Public Health at 641-832-3500 for all of your vaccination needs.
Did you know the EJ has an app? Available to download in your App Store for free. We can't wait to hear how you like it. Search Enterprise Journal and look for our logo, you know the one, or scan the QR code below. It's so easy, even a child could do it.
The Canine Cabin Kenneling and Pet Services proudly supports our Saints athletes.
It's been a wonderful experience having our kids come to We Saints. Each child is taken care of like they're our own kids.
I'm really excited about the future for We Saints.
We're excited to get a grant for this expansion, and we'll be able to take 50 more children once our expansion is complete.
Our community has been incredibly supportive, whether it be from donations or people just banding together to help out with small projects.
The staff are friendly, the atmosphere is great, and there's a great daily structure.
I think my ego got the best of me. Now I got to go.
All right, welcome. We are back here in Nashua as the Nashua-Plainfield Huskies take on the St. Ansgar Saints. This is it's a quad tonight, but the stream itself is a doubleheader, right? We just saw the Huskies take the Saints in the JV girls. Now we're watching the JV boys. Scores tied presently at 0. This one hasn't started yet. 6-minute quarters, 4 quarters to completion. And the one, the only, Trey Dunks for the tip ball.
Johans sort of wins the tip, sort of not. Not sure how we'll call that. Nashua comes away with it either way. Colton Winnie, number 35 out there for the Saints. Number 11, Gavin Squire. Number 43, Jackson Vroom. Number 22, Anthony Schnabel are your 5 for the Saints. We're going to have to go with numbers for the Huskies, as I don't have a roster for them. We got a couple number 5s, so we're relying on number, and even that's not going to work. There's 2 5s, 2 50s. So we talked about the short benches in the JV game for the girls. Just the opposite true for both Saints and Huskies here at the boys JV level. They have, we could play 2 games right now and would have reserves for both teams.
Yeah. And if you're tuning in from NP, or your player happens to be a player for NP, we'll try and get some close enough shots so that you can recognize who is who. And if you know your kid's number, we'll be calling that. Just listen for it.
Turnover Huskies.
Always better we can call a kid by name, isn't it, Joe?
It is. It is. So if you know them, please help us out there. We'd love to. We'd get an unofficial roster in the chat. Would be just fine with us, wouldn't it?
We'd take it. We'd take it. You got a pen, right? You could write them down.
I sure could. We'd take name submissions. And if you go number 5, I need to know if that is tall number 5 or a slightly shorter number 5. Not a short number 5, just shorter. Speaking of shorter,
we've seen some.
We shot a little short, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen some real trouble trying to get a ball in the basket over here on our left side. And the struggle continues, Joe.
Colton Winnie with a really nice offensive rebound, but the shot dribbles around the top and just won't fall in. There must be a lid. 43, nice move in the lane, but his shot, I think, is tipped / blocked by Trey Johans. Clean block, but it's out of bounds off of Johans. So the Huskies retain shorter number 5 into inbound here. They're all taller than me, so I don't call anybody short in my. It's just it's bad practice.
That one goes off the fingertips of tall number 5. Anthony Schnabel to inbound. But yeah, so I hear you're the 3rd tallest Beeland ever to live now.
I am now the 3rd tallest Beeland. My reign as the world's tallest Beeland lasted 40+ years. It was a good run, but young Mr. Maxwell passed me a few years ago, and Mr. Mason, who will be out here in a minute, number 43, the other number 43 for the Saints, he, based on the photographs taken at a family gathering this weekend, I believe he's passed me as well. And look out, Maxwell, because he's coming for you, too. He is about a quarter inch shy of being the world's tallest Beeland. Maxwell's reign's not going to last long either.
Yeah, at least you got to enjoy it for 40
I did.
plus
I had
years.
I had a long run. And Max did not. He's about 18 months, and he's going to get passed up. Schnabel shot, no good, but rebound again, Winia. Really nice job on the offensive glass by Colton Winia. He's fouled on the putback, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. 3:32 to go in the first quarter, so nearly half of this first quarter is gone. Nary a point to be found. And there probably won't be one here either.
Why would you say that?
Oh, I was reverse jinx. Didn't work. Our words are so powerful here on Saints TV.
So powerful.
We thought maybe we could talk that one in.
And you never know what venue you're going to be in. Is the venue going to require reverse jinx? You know, we have to say that, no, it's no jinx. He's going to make this one.
That's right. That's what it is. So we found the rhythm tonight.
Venue.
We can go ahead and call the shot. And I wouldn't have said that about anybody other than my good friend, Mr. Colton Winia, because he knows I was trying to help him.
No doubt. We all know it. It was just funny hearing those words come out of your mouth.
Good rebound there by Schnabel. Gets it ahead to Johans. Johans up and in, hooping to harm. Count it, and he'll go to the line to make it a 3-point play. And I can say to make it a 3-point play because it's going in here too.
My replay is further behind than I wanted it to be, so apologies, folks. I was gonna replay that one. That's not what I expected.
Well, hey, look on the offensive glass. Who's in there? None other than Colton Winia.
Of course it's Colton
His
Winia.
3rd offensive rebound of the night. Jackson Vroom for 3. No good. Rebound Schnabel. His shot's up and good. Count it, and he'll go to the line for a 3-point play. All of a sudden, the Saints are pouring it on offensively. Offensive rebounds have been the key to this little 5-0 run here.
Yeah, this is not the replay I was after. Sorry about that, folks. We're going to get back on track here.
No good on the free throw. Rebound by the Huskies. Contact, hard contact inside. No call either way.
All right. Saints fans everywhere want to know who's number 4 because Steve Beeland reaches in. He says, reaches out. He says he's number 5.
So the question is, who is the world's 4th tallest Beeland?
Yeah.
I'd have to think about that. We might even have to have like a tiebreaker lineup. I'm not sure Steve's 5th either. I think he might be exaggerating.
Is it through marriage? Like, it wouldn't be Kim Beeland, would it?
She's close. She might be. If we start counting in-laws, it could be. I believe Rob would be the 4th, if I had to guess. He's probably 5'10", which is pretty. I mean, that's pretty tall. At a family reunion, 5'11", I tower over Beeland's.
Oh, great steal.
Schnabel's fouled on the run out. Good foul by the Huskies. That's a smart basketball play, right? We can either give them a free 2, or I can commit a little ticky-tack foul here and make him run the offense. That's a basketball play. Smart basketball play. Especially at the JV level. A lot of times they don't call that anyway. Schnabel's shot won't go inside. Kind of a wild runner there.
Same deal. I think he expected to be contested a little bit.
Same thing. You're right. And when he found himself kind of floating through the air, it caught him a little off guard. 5-0, Saints lead it here. Minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Zigged when he should have zagged, but number 5 Shorter number 5.
Shorter number 5.
Tracks it down.
Ooh.
They are letting them go inside. We had the game of the offensive foul on Friday night. We're not going to get any of those tonight from the looks of it, at least at the JV level.
Yeah, on Friday night, were there more offensive fouls than defensive?
Not even close to 2. Yes, I mean, there were 3 offensive fouls for every defensive foul on Friday night. You don't see that often in a basketball game.
You don't.
Man, I'm not saying they weren't warranted. It was just one of those kind of games. A lot of charging into the lane out of control. And a lot of moving screens and stuff like that that they were definitely watching for. We'll see what kind of adjustment the Saints make tonight because they were called for that a couple of times. Foul called. Let's see if they call it on the shot or before the shot.
I believe she said before the shot.
Okay. 52 seconds to go. It'll be Saints basketball. Second foul on the shorter, number 5. I don't know how they're keeping track of that. Which foul? I suppose with the shoes. Orange shoed, number 5. So Trey Johans go to the line to shoot 2.
So wait a minute. Maybe Steve Bielan's reference was to being number 5. We got a taller and we got a shorter number 5.
No. Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You never know. Steve Bielan, he's an out-of-the-box thinker.
You never know what you might get. Trey Johans makes the first. He has 3 points now tonight. Does Johans. Second one's good.
Great job, Trey Johans.
He's got 5 of the Saints 7, if I have my numbers right. Jackson Broom turns over the Huskies. And we'll go the other way. Out of bounds, tipped by a Husky. .33 seconds left in this first quarter. 7-0, Saints been all Saints. The first one was all Huskies early on. This one's all Saints early on. Ooh, Schnabel has it taken away, hits the ground hard. He did that Friday night, too. His knee's got to be bothering him.
Yeah, but you're
That's
right.
a couple of those. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound, Johans. Johans feeds Vroom ahead. Finds Winia back to Vroom. Got it. Good pass there.
That was great.
So the long Hail Mary 3 won't go. And on the fancy passing of Winia and Vroom, the Saints go to the second quarter with a 9-0 lead.
We are going to replay that clip right here. Look at these guys. Great play by those gentlemen right there. Saints lead 9-0 after one in this one.
Good first quarter for the Saints. Looks like we'll get wholesale changes here to start the second half. A new 5. Yeah, a new 5. So that's a little different than what they played early in the season. But looks like tonight's plan is to play whole quarters with that initial lineup. We talked about it earlier, but that was 3 or 4 of those of that first group and one of this group. As you can see, their jerseys don't quite match, so they play a little varsity is what that means. So they will limit their playing time tonight in the JV game. You can play 6 quarters a night and only have it count one game towards your game limit on the season. So the way the rules work in high school sports is there's a limit in every sport of how many games you can participate in to manage workload and all those things for students.
So are you saying 1.5 games you round down?
You round down. You got it. As long as you play less than, or a game and a half or less, you can round down. So we have 21 Hudson Sparrow, almost called him Carson, didn't make that mistake. 43 Mason Beeland, almost called him Max. Number 2, Maddie Clevenger, don't call me Drew or Joe. And number 12, Landon, don't call me Hunter Hillman. And number 4, Sideline Gritty. Also known as Griffin Brum. And you can call him any name you want to, I think.
End Zone Gritty.
End Zone Gritty.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Wow,
There are your
ball fast, these guys.
They're moving the ball well, this group. I like it. Like to see it.
Sideline Gritty hustles to get that one back in. I thought maybe it was off of a white jersey, but I think Gritty saw it different.
I think you're spot on. The way he was hustling.
Yep.
Shot's no good. Rebound by Clevenger. Saints TV trick. We just go with the last name when you're afraid you're going to get the first name wrong. Inside is Hillman. Kicks it out to sideline. Gritty won't go. Foot was on the line. I believe that was a 2, just short. Good-looking shot, though, from Griffin.
Gritty should know better, too. He certainly saw the JV girls game. Like, there's no baskets going in over on
That's
that
right.
side.
You got to, like, basically put it in there.
If you're not dunking, don't worry. Don't even bother.
Shot's no good. Rebound, Griffin Brown.
Ooh.
Drive on the baseline, and Clevenger's fouled.
I felt like that one might have gone either way, just kind of watching how his elbow popped out on that one. Maybe, hey, give me some room, mister.
Yep, on Friday night, that had been an offensive. Tonight, it's a defensive. Hillman inside is blocked by tall number 5. But his pass ahead, too hot to handle to number 40. Turnover, Huskies, Saints basketball. They lead at 9-0 here in the second quarter.
Got some good-looking shoes out there in the Husky court. We got some green and pink going on. We got some lavender.
Lavender.
Orange.
That is lavender. When you said lavender, I had to look up. That is lavender. Sparrow and Griffey bring her up for the Saints.
Do you think he likes being called Griffey? He doesn't mind.
He doesn't mind it.
Ooh, that's a nice steal.
Yeah, good job, good defense there. Turnover. Saints, Maddie gets his hands up on the other end. Denies the easy entry pass, which you love to see. So the Huskies will start over. That's a hustle play. When you see Matt Clevenger play any sport, you're going to find a bunch of hustle plays in there from Maddie.
Was that Mason Bielen's hand on that?
He must have tipped that one out of there because they called it that it's going to stay here with the Huskies.
We're having a conversation about Mason Bielen's hair, and the question was, did he get it cut? And I was like, no, I think it's just color. I think it's just it feels like it's the right color again.
Again, it is. There was we talked about that family event where we determined he might be taller than me. We apparently Mama wanted some pictures without bleached out hair, so it's back to its normal color. Now it just needs to get back to its normal length. Run out there for the Huskies, and they get on the board with their first bucket of the night.
That's your second, actually, but it happened so fast.
It did happen so fast.
I think they're on a 4-0 run right now.
They are. Saints started the game on a 9-0 run. Huskies fight right back with a 4-0 run. Zach Jensen, number 50, in for the Saints.
And it comes down to these. We've seen too many of these quick turnovers here.
The Huskies do the Saints a favor, turn it right back over at the other end.
Shorter number 5, a little bit overzealous on that one. Just has a hard time keeping that ball in bounds.
Porter Schwiesau and JT Red, Jager Trenton enter for the Saints. Jump stop, pop, shot, no good. Rebound, tall 5.
Tall 5, I think, is taller than our number 12, Hunter Hillman.
I think he might be. Nice move inside around Hillman. And the Huskies are on a 6-0 run. Porter Schwiesau, long 2, no good. Rebound Huskies. Oof. Good defense by JT there. Prevent the transition bucket. Make them work for it here at the offensive end. Bodies on the floor. Number 5 with a nice move. 8-0 run.
JT Red, for some reason, was down on the floor on that one. I'm not sure what happened. But
I don't know
he came
either.
up pleading something.
He said, if I'm down here, doesn't there have to be a foul somewhere?
In the meantime, short number 5 recognizes the situation and
just goes around him.
Just goes around.
Jackson Broom enters. JT Red, the aforementioned JT Red, on the bench. Clevenger's shot is long. Rebound, 43. Long 3 here from short 5. Won't go. Rebound, Zach Jensen.
Oh, nice grab, nice pass.
Schliesshaus 3 is short. Rebound, Nashua-Plainfield. Coast to coast. And the Huskies are on a 10-0 run and lead at 10-9.
Short number 5 is a baller. He's obviously got some experience. He's good out there. Good ball handler, understands the situation.
Saints need a timeout here. You just got to calm things down. Turnover Saints, 5 the other way. Jump ball is the call. Guess who wins the jump ball?
Well, it couldn't be a Saint.
You are right. The Huskies come away with the jump ball. The luck of the arrow, as we call it.
Hey, you got to hand it to Zach Jensen on that one, man. He's the ball handler. I guess I don't remember what number it was. He's coming through pretty swiftly. Jensen gets his hand on it, just locks in on that thing, causing the jump ball. Now, the arrow should be in our favor next time.
Next time. It should be. We'll find out.
For just joining us, Saints head off to a 9-0 run. These Huskies come back with a 10-0 run of their own.
A game of runs, well, basketball is, they say. I think Duke taught us that, didn't he?
I think Duke did tell us that.
And Duke's the only one with even a little bit of basketball knowledge on this broadcast. He couldn't be here tonight, so we're just going to live vicariously through, or he's living vicariously through us. Oh, Schliesshaus with a great move, but can't finish with the finger roll at the hoop. Huskies look to push. Shot up. No good. Rebound fought for. Huskies come away with it. Threes layups good. 12-0 run for the Huskies. .40 seconds remain in the first half here.
No shot clock here in these JV games, Joe. I'm sure we'll see it kicking in for varsity. There's the curse of that
hoop
basket.
It's a little off kilter, I think. We need to get the level out here at the half.
He may be undersized.
Both teams in the girls' JV game and now in this game struggle shooting at that hoop. That's why we joke about the levelness of it. 3 won't go. Rebound, though, by Tall 5, and he puts it back up and in. 14-0 run for the Huskies.
5 seconds remain on the clock. I can't believe no one is screaming that right now.
Probably should have been. No shot taken as the clock expires, and the Saints will go to the half, trailing 14-9.
Saints start off 9-0. Huskies finish the half 14-0. Saints with a 5-point deficit. And we have 7 minutes of halftime. Let's hear from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe. Before I knew Joe. Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe, buying crop insurance was hard. There's a better way to buy crop insurance. You got to get to know Joe.
The worst place to watch a game is under the bleachers, said a wise fellow named Seymour Butts. With local schools going cashless entry only, you don't want to end up on the outside looking in because you weren't able to buy a ticket. When you add an FSB debit card to your mobile wallet, you'll have an easy, secure way to buy your ticket online or at the gate. So take it from Seymour and stop by FSB today.
Since 1983, Johnson Oil has been delivering more than fuel. We've been delivering a peace of mind. We know every customer has unique needs, and we're here to meet them with the level of care and attention you won't find anywhere else. We're proud to support the communities we serve and to support lasting relationships built on trust, reliability, and service you can depend on. Johnson Oil, your trusted local provider committed to you in North Iowa.
Focus Insurance Team, safeguarding our neighbors in northern Iowa and southern Minnesota from risk.
It's Saints TV's goal to bring the game to those who are unable to cheer from the stands. Watching the stream is free. Creating it is not. Please consider donating to our cause through our donation partner, Give Butter. 100% of your donation goes directly to the St. Ansgar school system, where it is used for the education of our students, the equipment used to create these streams, and the athletic department so that our students can keep competing in the sports that are near to their hearts. Thank you for supporting St. Ansgar, and thank you for giving butter.
This broadcast is made possible thanks to the generous contributions of the advertisers you see here, as well as the Foundation for the Enhancement of Mitchell County and the Saints Legacy Fund.
Every single job that we do, either one or both of the owners are on the roof overseeing and often installing the products, which is something that we really pride ourselves on and make sure that we're going above and beyond.
Thank you, Patterson Seed in St. Ansgar, for your generous contributions to Saints TV. For more information on how Patterson Seed can help you get higher yields, contact Mike Patterson at mike@pattersonseed.com.
The Mitchell County Substance Abuse Coalition creates awareness of the impact of substance abuse and encourages change through collaborative prevention efforts. MCSAC meets on the fourth Tuesday of each month at 4 p.m. at the Mitchell County Courthouse in Osage. We are looking for new members to join the coalition to work together to build healthy communities within Mitchell County.
Getting vaccinated not only protects one person from getting sick, but it also helps to prevent spreading the disease to others. Call Mitchell County Public Health at 641-832-3500 for all of your vaccination needs.
Did you know the EJ has an app? Available to download in your App Store for free. We can't wait to hear how you like it. Search Enterprise Journal and look for our logo, you know the one, or scan the QR code below. It's so easy, even a child could do it.
The Canine Cabin Kenneling and Pet Services proudly supports our Saints athletes.
It's been a wonderful experience having our kids come to We Saints. Each child is taken care of like they're our own kids.
Ears on.
I was reading the room, Joe, and the room was still playing basketball, just kind of warming up. Unfortunately, they put that down pretty quick, and we are back here as we prepare for half number 2 in this one. If you're just joining us, St. Ansgar Saints go up 9-0 in the first half. Huskies come back with 14 straight points of their own. And we have ourselves a game.
Start of the third quarter here. Johans, Hillman, Winia, Sparrow, and Broom are your 5 for the Saints. Tall 5 out there. No sign of short 5 for the Huskies. I shouldn't say no sign. I see him. Just not out there. Those are the only 2 we've named so far. We need. Sometimes we can use like shoe color with number combined, come up with something fun. Like 3 is going to be Trey from here forward. If you know their real names, please help us out. Put them in the chat. Blocked by Winia. Out of bounds. Stay with the Huskies. Nice play by Colt Winia. 30-second timeout. 19 seconds into the third quarter. The Huskies use a timeout.
Wow. That's swift.
They want to draw something up here, maybe. Got a plan? I don't know. We'll find out. This might be exciting coming out of the timeout. A little inbound play that they want to work on, maybe.
5-point lead. Afford to take some chances. Hey, did you watch the NFL yesterday?
Did I? I did. I watched some of that Lions-Bills game. That was fun. That was a fun one. That was the only one I saw. And then tonight, of course, we'll be broadcasting Saints basketball and giving Vikings your 11-2 Vikings leader here on Saints TV. We'll be talking all about the scoring updates, where the Bears will win in a nail-biter, I'm sure, because the Vikings have everything to play for. The Bears, nothing. So, of course, the Bears will win. It's a lifelong Vikings fan. I can tell you that's how that will go.
That is kind of how that goes, isn't it?
I hope not.
I'll say that's my expectation as a lifelong Vikings fan myself.
Yeah. It's just how it is. About the time you think things are really good, they get real bad. Tall 5 commits the foul on Johans. The first of the quarter for number 5.
There's another look at that one right there. Pretty substantial reach. Hudson Sparrow bringing it in. Ooh.
Johans tempts number 43, but won't allow the turnover. Good defense by 3 at the top as Trey creates the turnover. 12 inside, kicks it back to Trey. Trey finds number 12, whose shot won't go. Rebound finding by Broom. Good job. Saints defensively. Off the hands of Johans, out of bounds. Pass from Broom, tries to find, I like the fast break mentality there, tries to find Johans, who was going to lay it up and in, just a little too strong. We might have seen another Johans dunk on that one.
Yes, that was.
And I want to see one more. I mean, we got one, but now I want another one. Isn't that how it goes?
Well, it was
we
so
called
smooth.
for it. We finally got one. I shouldn't say finally. We got one in game 2. Now I want another one.
It was so smooth. Hey, Brad Mulford is double streaming tonight. I know because I saw his comments on the other stream, and how would I know that? I was double streaming too. Brad, thanks for reaching out. You're welcome for streaming Saints TV, and it's because of generous donors like you that Saints TV is free to watch. If you would like to be more like Brad, and who doesn't want to be more like Brad, you can scan the QR code in the lower right-hand side of your screen, and you can donate 100% of the proceeds. Go right back to the St. Ansgar Athletic Fund. Because you know what? The stream is free to watch, but creating it takes money. So thank you for your kind donations, Brad Mulford, and for all of you out there donating to keep this stream free to watch.
A little confusion on whose ball that was, but they get it sorted out. It'll be Saints basketball. Winia, drive inside, is fouled. 43 called for the foul.
Another look.
Second foul on the Huskies of the quarter. The first on 43 of the game. Matt Clevenger checks in for the Saints. Good inbound
that's
play.
A good inbound.
Landon Hillman finds himself wide open, and the Saints break a almost quarter-long drought to cut the lead to 14-11. And a 14-0 run by the Huskies. Now it's 14-2.
The points should come a little easier now. The Saints are on the right-hand side of your
For sure. And, of course, we know that shot would find its way to the bottom. They always do. The iron kind to the home team.
That was quite a shot right there.
It was. Sometimes you just gotta take them because this game's hard. So when they give you one, you gotta take it. Vroom says, I'll take one at this end. Just a pass, though, to Matty Clev inside. And Matt Clevenger lays it up and in.
A nice pass.
I
like how he
nice
makes
pass.
it look like a shot.
Right.
So that, really throw the defense off a little bit. But they know the play. Saints know the play. Mama Cass taking pictures tonight. Just in case you need me to prove it, there she is.
There she is.
Mama Cass.
Huskies and Saints exchange turnovers. Looks like nay. That one's going to stay with the Huskies, or stay with the Saints down here. The Huskies thought maybe it was theirs, but nice feed inside to Vroom. His shot won't fall, and the rebound pulled away by Tall 5. Tall 5 lays it up and in. He thought about dunking it. He was probably high enough to.
He looks like a
My
guy that could.
goodness. Got some fellas that can jump in the gym here tonight. Speaking of guys who can jump, Winia. Floater doesn't go.
Oh,
but the
Matty
rebound
Clev.
stolen away by Matt Clevenger. Good hustle play to Matt. Ooh, Vroom. Off the feed, won't go. Good find there by Landon Hillman. Good pass.
Matty Clev.
Matt Clevenger with a block. Huskies will have the basketball. A fun little series of events there. Hey, do you remember coming down to this gym and Bo Harrington could shoot it from wherever he wanted in the stands, the hallway, and it would go in?
I do.
I think that might be Mr. Harrington over there coaching this JV team.
Oh, my
Do you think it
goodness.
is?
Do I think it is?
I think it might be.
I think if it's
I
not,
think
he's got a twin.
It's Bo Harrington himself here. No wonder that three went in when you got Bo Harrington calling for it to go in. That guy, man, he could play basketball. He could play baseball. He was a heck of a football player, if I remember right. I remember him standing out in basketball and baseball specifically, but man.
Well, I have so Night Owl. Admittedly, I'm related to Night Owl, and I watched him play a lot of games, and I trust what he saw on the court. He knows more about all these sports than I do, but Night Owl said to me, straight up, the greatest athlete that he played against in his high school career was that gentleman right over there, Bo Harrington.
He was something else with a basketball in his hands. It was fun to watch. That is for sure.
Oh, that's a beauty.
That away,
And
Porter.
it goes.
Tuisau lays it up. And in.
Look at that one. This guy's moved the ball across the court so fast, can't keep up.
Can't keep up.
Oof.
Clevenger shot won't go. Gets his own rebound. That one does. Don't look now. Here come the Saints. Clawed themselves right back in this. Found themselves down 14-9 at half. Have got back here 19-17 timeout. Nashua-Plainfield, minute 17 officially to go in the third quarter.
Saints down by only 2, down by 5 at the half. A game of runs, right?
Yeah, no doubt. They started up 9-0. Then Nashua went on to make it 14-9 at half. Then the Saints cut that lead to 17 to 11, and then they went back 19-11. Now it's 19-17. Here we go.
It's a good opportunity, Joe, just to take a look at some of the shoes.
What do we have here? I like those kind of orangey red ones. Those are, and we got some lavender. We talked about Tall 5. He likes the lavender shoes. Those look nice.
Yeah. The orange, there's kind of reddish. There's a lavender. Got some, I think some blue and light blue.
What do we have there? I like those.
Big fan of the light blue and red.
Yeah.
It might be gray. I'm not sure.
I like them, whatever they are. My compliments to the chooser. In my house, anyway, it is a month-long process to pick out shoes for an athletic season. I can tell you, wait until we got to get our allotment of baseball talk in on this stream. Wait until you see what the first base coach in the JV baseball games is wearing this year.
No.
Wait till you see it. Somebody said, you know what? If the kids can wear funky shoes, then the coaches can wear funky shoes. The first base coach in JV games. I'm not going to mention who that might be, but I want you to pay attention to his shoes this summer. And the first one to put it in the chat wins a Beeland Ag Risk Services T-shirt. Come baseball, not now. Come baseball season. If you remember this conversation and comment on the JV coach's shoes. JV first base coach's shoes. Not the coaches that matter, but the first base coach's shoes.
JV first base coach's shoes.
Mark that down and comment, and you could win some Beeland Ag Risk Services swag. Highly sought after swag, by the way.
You know, you got me so excited I hit the wrong button over here. My goodness. Sorry for those of you at home. I'm glad you didn't miss the dunk. Oh.
Zach Jensen's shot won't go. Then he commits the foul on the rebound. I like the hustle.
So the whole time I was thinking about the varsity first base coach's shoes. And so I'm thinking about
that would be an important coach. We're talking about unimportant coaches here. I
mean, he went by the name Sammy Hagar for several years there. Then he got a haircut, and I was thinking, all right,
are we talking about that guy? Right? No, we're not.
Okay.
Nashua-Plainfield answers. They're 21-17. So yeah, there's a you'll have to watch that. You can win a prize. Zach Jensen with a good move inside, shot up and in. 21-19.
Great shot by Zach Jensen. Another look at that one.
Winning it with the rebound.
Oof.
Turnover Saints will go the other way. 15 seconds officially left in the third quarter.
So while these Huskies have a short and a tall number 5, we have a short and a tall number 3. But you don't hear us talk like that because we know their names.
That's right. That's right. Although sometimes they look alike with the hair.
They do tend to look alike. But the key there is we know their names.
We do.
If we didn't, because they're Saints, we're comfortable making something up. But on the Husky side, we just got to go with what we know.
Which is numbers, so that's what we've been doing. So after 3, a good one here, 21-19. The Huskies of Nashua-Plainfield lead it.
Well-played defense there to keep the Huskies away from that basket, not allow a last-second score, keeping them down by only 4 here on, honestly, I think the better basket heading into the fourth quarter of this one. I want to take a moment. We're going to hear from Give Butter. It's a very, very important message. We talked about it earlier. Let's get to that. We'll be back here with quarter number 4. Don't go anywhere.
It's Saints TV's goal to bring the game to those who are unable to cheer from the stands. Watching the stream is free. Creating it is not. Please consider donating to our cause through our donation partner, Give Butter. 100% of your donation goes directly to the St. Ansgar school system, where it is used for the education of our students, the equipment used to create these streams, and the athletic department so that our students can keep competing in the sports that are near to their hearts. Thank you for supporting St. Ansgar, and thank you for giving Butter.
This broadcast is made possible thanks to the generous contributions of the advertisers you see here, as well as the Foundation for the Enhancement of Mitchell County and the Saints Legacy Fund.
All right, so while we were away, we had a little shoe discussion. We're going to add a little something here from Keely Sweesaw, who says, I'm going to remember shoes. I'm just going to yell it from right field. Well, thank you, Keely. That's nice, but it doesn't count. As I recall, didn't you say you needed to chime in on the chat?
You have to put it in the chat.
That's the only way we can prove who was first.
And you have to be first. That's right. So we need the timestamp. So, Keely, I'm sure you will yell at me, but don't forget to yell and go. I shouldn't say yell at me. Yell at that first base coach in the JV game. And make sure you go into the chat and put it as well. Nice move there from number 40 for the Huskies. He drives in through the lane and lays it up and in. The Huskies send the lead back to 4.
Oof.
Trenton inside, pretty good move. Finds Jensen. Shot up, no good though. I thought this iron was going to be more kind at
felt
this
like it
end. You
was.
promised.
You know, I know Jensen's been having some trouble. He's been disagreeing with that thing a little bit. A couple times that thing's been in and out on him.
He's going to have a talk with it here at the break, and it'll go down. Good defense by Jensen as well. Just as I point out the good defense, they come for the foul.
You know, I couldn't wear stripes. There's been a couple times where I thought like, oh, that's a travel. Well, the travel's caused by a foul, and I kind of missed the foul, so it's a good thing I'm up here and not down there wearing stripes.
I hear you. 23-19, second foul on Jensen. We'll play sideline. Gritty back in there for the Saints as well. Jager Trenton, Hudson Sparrow, Zach Jensen, Mason Beeland. That is Hudson Sparrow. Skies for the rebound. He's fouled. And now we'll get the honor of inbounding. This is reward for drawing the foul.
Huskies with 1 foul this quarter, Saints with 2. Why does it matter, Joe?
Because on the 5th, there will be shots. You get 2 free throws after 5, no matter what. We had a zig when we should have zagged there again. I was messing with the scoreboard, so I missed it.
Yeah, I think it was zig instead of a zag. I actually thought a Husky got his hand on it as it was going out,
okay,
but the referee was exactly right there and said, no, that's not the case.
I wondered how else the ball could have gone the way it did. But if it's a zig instead of a zag, then I can see how it went that way.
Hudson Sparrow, nice move on that one. Just can't get that ball in bounds.
Good hustle, though.
Before he steps out.
Jackson Vroom checks in for the Saints.
Four-point deficit for these Saints here in the 4th quarter. Make that a 7-point deficit.
The long 3 goes. It's 26-19. JT Red tries to answer at the other end, misses everything. But the Huskies tip it, thankfully, and it'll stay with the Saints. Clevenger, Hillman, Schwiesow check in for the Saints, so they will join Vroom and Jensen out there on the court. Wrong inbound pass, corralled by Clev.
Defense is stout.
It is. This is a good JV team here as well for the Nashua boys. Long 3 goes for Clevenger.
Great shot, Clevenger, to make that one. I think that's the first three-pointer we've seen today by the Saints. Is that right?
I believe you are correct, sir. We have a couple 3-point plays, but that's the first 3-point shot that to fall for the Saints. A rebound tussled for down there. I think they're going to give it to the Saints. They do. Matt Clevenger with another hustle play.
You mentioned earlier about you get Matt Clevenger in there, you're bound to see some hustle plays, and man, oh man, are you so right.
He just flies around.
Oh, maybe? No. They're going to let Hillman just stand up at the top of that key all he wants, aren't they?
Challenge him to shoot that till he makes one, and he will. He hasn't shot any yet, so he hasn't missed any either. He's more of an inside guy. Although playing the wing here for the Saints. Oh, good move there. He was open. Clevenger. Ooh. That's got to be offensive. It is.
It was definitely offensive.
Sometimes that hustle gets the best of you in basketball.
You know, we haven't seen any flops called yet this year.
No.
We're told that we might see some. I haven't seen any yet.
Yeah, I know it. We think we got a warning, though, right? Friday night, we think there was officially a warning.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So that would have been officially a flop if it was a warning, because
that's the first. There's no call, right? That's a new rule this year, just kind of like the NBA implemented a few years ago. If you flop, it's essentially a turnover, right? But the first one's just a warning. First one of the game, first one on a player. Do you know? Guys, I don't know. Do you know how that works? I mean, is it like
team.
your
It's a
team
team.
is
Yep,
warned,
it's
and
team.
now the next flop on your team doesn't
You got
matter
it.
who it is? Okay.
Yep.
Well, we haven't seen.
What are you doing? I got people groping my feet.
Clevenger's 3 won't go. Rebound 32 for the Huskies. 2 minutes to go in this one. 4-point lead for the Huskies.
Oof.
Hillman knocks that pass away out of bounds. Hudson Sparrow back in. Going to enter for Jensen, looks like. Stolen away by Lando Hill. Lando Hill gets a finger in the eye at the other end. Ouch. He's still trying to recover from that. Some question about where the basketball will go, who it will belong to. We have an injury timeout due to the poke to the eye, and then a timeout taken by Nashua-Plainfield.
Let's take a look at that inbound pass here.
Can you see what happens? I saw just right after he steals it away, he's grabbing his face.
And maybe just like went across his nose, perhaps.
Gotcha. Not an eye, just a.
I think so. I think there's just a hand kind of coming straight down across his face, maybe. But yeah, he definitely holds his face at that moment. So we got just a moment here. We'll take another look. I assume that's the spot. It didn't happen before then. Nope, because he's coming in to get the inbound pass, steal it away, bang, bang, and the hand brushes across his face. I think it's...
And then can you keep going? Do you have more? So we can see what... Because I honestly don't know who's going to get this ball. I don't know what they actually called.
So it's Maddie. Okay, so Maddie got the ball punched out as he's going up.
So it should be
And then it goes
Saints,
out of bounds.
Should be Saints ball. It is not. It is Husky basketball.
So they're saying Matt touched it last.
Last. Yep. There you
Got
go.
it.
That's the call.
Okay, so here's...
There must be. And then I wasn't
Or
sure.
he didn't travel. He didn't call travel, did they? He's holding the ball to his side here. Yeah, that's a tough call.
That's a big call. Minute 49 to go. 4-point deficit. Having the basketball here would sure be a luxury for the Saints. Short 5 back in for the Huskies. He's got it. Good ball handler. Short 5. We got short 5 and tall 5. That's why we have to differentiate those two. 43 with the basketball. Drives into the lane. Shot up. No good. Rebound Jensen.
Saints down by 4. Minute 20 to go in this one.
Turnover Saints, but the Huskies turn it right back over. Stolen away by Jensen.
Hudson Sparrow up.
Floater won't
denied.
go. Jensen's putback doesn't go. Rebound by number 3 for the Huskies.
I'm missing all this middle of the court
60
stuff
seconds
here.
remain. Yeah, nice job by Hudson Sparrow. Steps in front of that pass. He feeds Schwiesau at the wing. Hudson, floater, no good. Rebound by number 3. So we got a timeout. Nashua-Plainfield calls the timeout. Buckets just not going for the Saints here. They trail it by 4 with 42.8 seconds officially left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's tough when they're not making those shots, isn't it?
Getting good looks. They just don't want to fall.
Coach Zipsy having a word with his boys. I think what he's saying is, do better, boys. Do better.
Get that same shot, just make it this time.
You got it.
That's the plan. You know, pretty easy from up here. I don't know why you don't just put the ball in the hoop. Right?
Yeah, the points have been hard to come by. Get a lot of shots in.
Tough place to shoot here in Nashua-Plainfield for the visiting team. Been that way
It
throughout
really
the
has been.
years here. Watched a lot of basketball in this building. Not a lot of fond memories for the Saints.
Well, I tell you what, if there's a team that's going to give you fits, this is often one of them. Maddie Clevenger just
Great
takes that
job.
thing away.
More hustle out of Matt Clevenger.
Hudson
Pass.
Sparrow not happy with himself. Would have liked to have caught that and laid it right in. Instead, it's going the other way.
Getting another chance here. Get another steal here for the Saints. Good defense. They pressure. Got 10 seconds to get it across here. They need one more. Okay. No call either way. I thought they could have called both offensive and defensive fouls there, and I thought maybe it was close to 10 seconds. Instead, turnover for Jackson Broom. Porter Schwiesau lays it up. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. 13.9 seconds left. Hard contact. 32 still down for the Huskies.
Yeah, he took a pretty
They get him up. He looks all right.
Pretty hard hit. Let's take a look at that one here. Both of them going. We're looking to get feet planted, but he's still shuffling into that thing.
Yeah, good call.
Schwiesau goes up to the basket, so the call's good. Said he got up on his own. Walks away from that one.
Schwiesau's first free throw up and in. Ice in the veins.
Ice in the veins. Make Grandpa Brad proud.
Second one's on the way, and good. Schwiesau makes both, and it's a 2-point Husky lead here. 13.9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here we go. Be a fun finish.
This will be a really fun finish. Less than 14 seconds to go. Timeout taken. Both teams strategizing. What are we going to do? Saints have been stout on those inbound passes, just challenging the heck out of them. And even if they do get it across, watch out for Matty Clevenger. That guy can take it from anywhere.
So here's your interesting strategy here. 13.9 seconds to go. We talked about this 5-foul thing. Well, now it really matters, right? The Saints have only given up 3, right? Only given 3 fouls. So they're going to have to foul twice before shots are required here. So if you're Nashua-Plainfield, you might try to play a little keep away with the basketball. If you are the Saints, you have 2 options, right? Just play really hard defense and try to get that steal, or foul twice as fast as you can and hope they miss one of those 2 free throws so that you got a chance to tie it up with a 3, and you still have time left to do it. Tough spot here as you try to make that decision. Let's see what the Saints try to do. Watch and keep an eye on this. 13.9 officially on the clock. Right, the Saints defense has been really good. They have 10 seconds to get it across midcourt here. So if they do let it go, officially at 4 seconds, or 3.9 seconds remaining, that should be a 10-second call. Doesn't leave much time for you to do anything with it at that point.
It really doesn't.
So we'll see what the Saints do here defensively. Looks like they're just going to play good defense. Foul. I like it, right? Where you can be aggressive there. 11.1 officially on the clock. You can be aggressive here, and that's what Matt did. Almost got the turnover. Instead, a foul, so that is 4. So a little over 2 seconds, almost 3 seconds, come off the clock there. Now, if you're the Saints, you foul immediately, in my opinion. Go be aggressive, let them call the foul, and maybe they won't call it, and you get the turnover here. Schwiesau tries to foul.
I would say
stolen away. Zach Jensen with it. Good job. But turned back over. Matty Clev lays it up. Won't go. Rebound Nashua-Plainfield. And Nashua's going to win it 26-24. Wild finish here in Nashua-Plainfield. The JV boys win it over your Saints 26-24. The Saints got a couple good looks there at the end. Just couldn't get the basketball.
They had some chances there, no doubt about it. But it's, you know what, I'll say that last few seconds tells the story of what we saw happen here today. Just tough to get that ball in the hoop. So Saints go down in this one, 24-26 versus the Nashua-Plainfield Huskies. And so we're going to call this stream quits.
Quits. You got to find the new one, right, for the varsity games. So what we always do here is reset. There's a new stream out there for the varsity games. So if you joined us for these JV games, we appreciate it. If you want to catch the varsity action, it will start here in, about 15 minutes? The broadcast probably start even earlier than that. Just switch on over to that other stream.
You got it.
And catch the varsity action here from Nashua-Plainfield. Girls first, followed by the boys again.
You got it. So we'll be tuning. You'll be tuning in because we're going to be back here in just a few short minutes. 16 minutes on the clock while these girls warm up. We'll be starting a new stream soon. Thanks you for joining us on this one. We'll see you on the next stream in just a few minutes.